What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to do another review. This one is L'Air du Desert Marocain by Andy Tower. And it comes in this strange little bottle. It is one of those fragrances that when you first join the community, it's one of the first ones that you're going to find everybody talking about. It's one of the staples that everybody's basically told to try right away when they get there, because it represents a lot in the, Tower was more in the artisanal than a lot of the ones are now. There's a lot more of those, but he was one of the ones that did that beforehand. So it's a different approach to perfumery. It's something a little different. I think he was a microbiologist or something. I don't know, but he wasn't a perfumer by trade. So he made these bottles, and as it is, they're kind of cool. It's hard to. I think these are all handmade, if I remember right. The caps on these things suck. They are always super tight, and if you push it on too hard, it can get. So a lot of times you just kind of set it on there and barely push down. But it's got these tiny little homemade top spray things on these, and they don't spray very well. So I'll show you. I'll give it a spray. I don't even know if you can see that, but those are tiny little puffs. And yeah, it's like a fifth of a regular spray. It's tiny, but you can smell it right away. It's strong. It's a very strong scent. This is it's got a Middle Eastern Moroccan flair to it. It's a dusty amber. So most ambers that you're ever gonna come across are wet, and they back them with like labdanum and stuff like that. That comes across as caramely and vanilla-y, and this doesn't come across like that. This come across more like a dusty desert scent. The air of the desert is right. That's what it smells like. It evokes a feeling of the desert, dusty twilight. It's really quite a fascinating fragrance. You don't meet really any fragrances that smell like this. A lot of other fragrances smell like other things, and this doesn't really smell like anything else besides itself, or it's the follow-up, the Au Cou du Desert Marocain, which was also by Tower, and that's just the follow-up of this one. But nothing really smells a lot like this, which is in itself, interesting. It's one of those that everybody should try. If you are into fragrances, this is something that you should have tried. At least sampled. Probably owned a bottle. It's not ragingly expensive. Or you're looking at, I want to say, on Lucky Scent, it's 120, 130 bucks for a 50 ml. This is a 50 ml, and that's the only size they come in. These little blue bottles are only 50 ml bottles. That's it. That's all he makes. So that's not ragingly expensive. are often available from other people. It's one of those you've owned it. You should hear it deep into frags. Having owned it is one of the it's like a rite of passage everybody has. Uh, you know, Tower's releasing all kinds of stuff these days. And some people like it, some people don't. But yeah, Dusty Amber, Laird of Desert Marocain. Give it a try if you haven't.